Hey folks, in this video, Tiny and Mike Bluehair can agree on something. And I knew they would because I kind of know the views of both of these guys and they do have things in common. Mike Bluehair is not a socialist, he's not on Antifa's side, and he's certainly not on the side of cops. If you don't know, Tiny is from Patriot Prayer and Proud Boys, and Mike Bluehair, he's an independent person. He considers himself an anarchist, but he's certainly not an Antifa type. And he's certainly not with Patriot Prayer but the Proud Boys, but he has filmed them, he has filmed Antifa, but he mainly films cops. He's part of the, I think, Cop Watcher. I don't know, I'll put a link for his stuff below. But anyway, he has years worth of videos where he just films the cops when he thinks they're doing something wrong or where they clearly are doing something wrong. He's the one that filmed this famous video of Mike Strickland, that's a journalist who was surrounded by some people there in Portland. Mike Bluehair helped to de-escalate this situation, that's for sure, so, you know, he deserves a lot of credit for what he does. I don't know why he was at the Antifa house, but Haley Adams and Tiny and friends, other people there, were at the Antifa house because they wanted to see if they could extend the olive branch and work together in getting Ted Wheeler, the mayor of Portland, out of office, since they all agree on at least that much. Apparently nobody likes the guy. Just so you know, folks, after this conversation takes place, a few minutes later, not long after, Tiny and some other guys were jumped by Antifa. There was some real fighting going on, the police came, etc. And keep in mind, this is part of a whole mini-series called At an Antifa House. Scroll down and see the links to go to the playlist of all these videos, and I'll be adding to it over the next few days, I think. One quick note, folks, this video begins with Mike Bluehair giving his final say about the person that he was talking about in the last video. I guess, allegedly, some woman who falsely accused him of working with the cops. So after that is when he and Tiny have their little conversation.
This is crazy.
I know, this lying bitch. I'm hung up on it. What's up?
You know what, like,
Not you, you're cool. You got a great smile.
I'm just angry because she did that, you know, and it did incite violence against me. I don't have anything against her personally. Maybe she didn't know. But, like, to do that to me, I had to literally get in fistfights over that. And I don't like violence. I hate violence. Especially politically motivated violence. I think it's stupid.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
We should be able to talk out our problems, plain and simple.
But, like, I mean, honestly, you want to know my biggest criticism of people on your side of the fence, Haley? And I'll be honest with you.
What?
Many of the supporters of Patriot Prayer like to wave those Blue Lives Matter flags.
I'm not Patriot Prayer.
I know that, but it's a lot of the same members. It's a lot of the same people. I see a lot of the same faces. Well, the thing is, right? To me, if you want to ask what fascism really is, it's authoritarian nationalism. And people on the right seem to always side with the police. Not always, but it's a trend. It's enough of a trend to make me think that they blindly support that. And that Blue Lives Matter flag, I think it's a gang symbol. Okay, the police are trying to wrap themselves, in patriotism to get away with all manner of heinous crimes against the people. And honestly, I'm sorry, that's their reaction to Black Lives Matter, is those Blue Lives Matter flags.
When it comes to the
Two sentences and then I'll shut up.
Okay, cool.
Two sentences, okay? So, it's statistically provable that people of color, black folks, are statistically put in jail, beaten up, and shot by police at a disproportionate rate to everyone else if you account for population. That is true. So, a lot of people associate that Blue Lives Matter flag with authoritarian nationalism, and extreme right-wing, basically racist people. Now, I can understand that, and that's my biggest problem. Okay, I give you the floor, Tiny. Please, say your thoughts.
This is where I stand with the cops and things.
Okay.
I don't believe all cops are good. I don't believe all cops are bad. I believe some of them are in there for a good reason.
Right.
But when there's cops that are plainly like out there doing the wrong thing, I'll stand against that.
Right.
But I don't believe all of them are bad, because I do have like family members that are law enforcement.
Sure.
You know, and they try their best to do what is right. And they're even openly saying that there is bad cops out there. And that's what I stand against.
Until they start arresting them.
I do not follow cops blindly.
Sure.
I'm not going to say that I support all of them, even though if they do something bad. Because I've seen it with myself. Like, going out to the rallies and everything, it looks like they have taken my respect, taken advantage of my respect for law enforcement, and then even though I don't do anything wrong, they'll just arrest me just to make them look good on the media. Like, oh, see, we arrested somebody at the rally, but it's the same brown coconut that they arrest all the time. You know, just to make them look good. And that's why most of them, they've heard my opinion when they take me in. I'm like, you know, don't take advantage of that, because I see it. And then that's where I stand.
Well,
not every cops are bad, not every cops are good.
over the years of me doing this, I've met plenty of cops, and some of them are nice people. I mean, like, I've met hundreds and hundreds of cops.
I've met some really respectful ones.
Well, here's the
good
thing.
ones.
Okay, thank you for speaking with me. It's another subject I want to bring up. What comes to mind when I say this phrase, institutional racism? Institutional racism. When I say that phrase, what comes to mind? You don't have any? Okay, my thoughts on what institutional racism is that as cultures have evolved throughout history, in the United States, you have law enforcement culture, you have the culture of doctors, you have the culture of every profession, right? It started out, if you look at the first municipal police forces in America, they started out as professional hunters of black people. They were literal slave-catching organizations.
I'm gonna go get
So these institutions evolved very slowly. So what we have right now in the United States is institutional racism within our police forces. Maybe the cop as an individual is not wanting to be a racist, but he's implemented a racist policy because that institution evolves at a snail's pace throughout history. So we have that problem. We have racism in policing because of the institution, because of how it's evolved over the hundreds of years since we've had cops. That's one of the reasons why liberals say that cops are racist. It's because of that institutional ingrained racism. And that's what I mean by
I like where you're getting that. It's really deep, but I can't speak on anything like that I don't understand. Because I've only been here, like you know, like I've shown my story. I've only been here for a few years.
It's something I've studied for years, and I'm just sharing my thoughts with you.
Yeah, it's a different system, like in the island. Like our cops in the island is way different. You know, when I come here, I see. Hold up.
You being around, you're the one that gets arrested more often than not.
I like where you're speaking on. I can do some research on it before I can give my take on it. But that's awesome.
I'll send you some links to just read about it. And I'm not trying to talk over you. I'm just sharing information.
I like that.
But it's interesting that you being brown is the fact that you get arrested more often than other paper prayer people. I mean, it might have something to do with the fact you like to fight too. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you're a brawler, so that also got something to do with it.
Self-defense.
Kind of an egg and chicken thing there, isn't it? Wait, can I do want to say something about
Hey guys, so we're just at the Democratic Socialists of America.
If you want to have some real fun, Google the Fraternal Order of Police.
Yes. What's your name?
Mike Bluehair.
Do you have a YouTube?
Yeah, it's Mike Bluehair on YouTube if you want to see my stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not left or right. I'm an anarchist, and like I don't fall towards either of those extremes. I'm just about logic and reason.
Okay. Well,
thank you for you guys being here and letting me talk to you. I appreciate it. I appreciate Tiny
I
having
know.
a
I thought you
conversation.
were messing with me with the interview thing because thought you were playing around, and so when
I understand you were sarcastic when you. I understand you're being sarcastic. That's fine. That's just you playing around.